Oral Traditions presents Crosswired. This production contains strong language and would likely be rated PG. Parental discretion is advised.
Shit.
What's going on?
Shit.
Come on, Conway, what?
He got away.
What?
Someone sprung him.
We need to get him back. Conway!
Sit. You can't go anywhere.
You don't understand.
Yes, I do. Sit. We still need to go through the motions. You're being interrogated, remember?
How much longer?
Long enough. Look, you've been sloppy enough for one day.
No one should have been here. I still want to know what that agent was doing in there at 4 in the goddamn morning.
Yeah, well, now we gotta clean this up.
I can do this.
I've already put a team on it.
I know him better than your team does. Put me in charge.
What's your plan?
Better than the orders I had before. Wait, watch. What bullshit is that? Capture, interrogate. That simple.
And you believe you can capture him?
I think he still trusts me.
Trust you?
We spoke on the way down from Cambridge. He's patriotic, wants to serve his country, thinks he betrayed it.
And you?
I'm his boss, the guy he betrayed. He apologized to me. I'm sorry, Mr. Kazin. I didn't know Mr. Kazin. I think he wants to make it right.
And if that should change, if he finds out?
I'll destroy him.
Don't screw this up.
What about Aster?
I'll handle her after I speak with our doctor friend.
Just tell her what you think, Chet.
I barely got anything out of him before she came in. The girl, I mean.
What are your impressions, though? Screw the facts. What is he? Where did he come from?
You're going to think I'm crazy, Miss Aster.
Come on, boy, speak up.
Well, he said it himself. Suggested it anyways.
What?
Aliens.
This isn't funny, Roger.
You're not taking this seriously.
What makes you think it's aliens, Chet?
You are.
Well, ma'am, the parts and all look pretty normal, but the way they were put together, the seals, the connectors, it was like they were designed for like they needed to resist corrosion.
What kind of corrosion?
Well, I was reading this paper the other day about a planet they discovered. In Tau Ceti, Earth-like, but they think it might have, an acid atmosphere.
You some kind of astronomer?
I always wanted to be, but my dad said there's no money in it. Anyway, as I was doing my investigation, I couldn't help but think that this guy would be perfectly adapted to a planet like that.
It's not a guy, Chet. It's a cyborg.
Sorry, Mr. Boyle. I don't know, he just seems so normal. To talk to, anyway. But yeah, some of those bits and pieces just didn't seem to have a function.
But aliens? You ever hear of Occam's razor?
Chet, that'll be all for now. Thank you for your insights. I must remind you that this entire discussion is top secret.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
You're not serious.
Roger.
You're seriously thinking the kid is right? That there are aliens?
You ever been to China?
What? No, never.
I just reminded that kid what we talked about was top secret. I need to remind you of the same thing for what I'm about to tell you.
I understand.
There was a project. It didn't even have a name, but we were watching China after some scientists tracked something. Something that landed in China.
Something?
Given the speed and trajectory, it was a deliberate landing. We chalked it up to some experimental aircraft, but we didn't stop watching. I was new to SIGINT. I didn't understand half of what I saw, and I was told very little, but I believe the thing that got tracked was not made by human hands.
You know I'm as skeptical as they come, right?
It's one of your best qualities. I'm just saying we need to keep the possibility open. That cyborg, that technology, I'm sure we don't have that capability. And Russia and China aren't even close.
Japan?
I'd like to think our intel on them is strong, but sure. That has to be considered a possibility, but I find it hard to believe.
Harder to believe than space aliens.
Wherever it came from, we need to get it back. We need to understand its purpose.
And you want me to find it?
Well, I dare not trust this to anyone else.
I guess I better call the wife. She hates riding out storms alone, though.
Take Agent Abrams with you.
Abrams?
I'm sure the move to management has made your hacking skills a little rusty.
Finally, someone. Mr. Conway? What's going on? What are you doing here?
Good morning, Dr. Hadoop. Please be seated.
What's going on? Why am I here?
I'll try to explain. Please, sit.
Simon? Miss Williams? Natalia? Are they okay? Have you...
All in good time. Are you doing all right? Have you been given everything you need?
Other than answers, yes.
Good, good. I know it's been a while since we've discussed your project. You haven't had any funding issues, have you?
No, sir. There's been surprisingly little red tape.
Well, we'll get you back to your lab as soon as we can. We're hoping to accelerate the progress a bit.
I assure you we're going as fast as humanly possible.
I know you are, but with more resources...
It's not a matter of resources. 9 women can't make a baby in a month. Some things just take time.
Tell me about Simon.
Simon? I don't...
I need to know what he talked about. I believe he's in danger.
What happened to him?
He's been taken.
Yes, I was there.
Not by us. We took him so we could protect him, but he was taken from us. He's out of our custody. I'm worried. I need to know what they might do to him.
He's a good kid. He can't have done anything.
Then help me to help him. Tell me about him.
He was a student of mine. One of my brightest.
And during his recent visit, what did he tell you?
He kept going on about advanced intelligence. But he had too many questions I couldn't answer. That's why I took him to see Natalia, Dr. Warkowski.
Did he say what kind of advanced intelligence?
No. He was all over the place. Does this have something to do with this help you were talking about to make my project go faster?
We'll see.
What about Dr. Warkowski? Can I see her? She's family.
She's okay, but a bit shaken up. It will be some time. Don't worry about her.
Shaken up?
My men needed to take control of the situation quickly, before anything could happen. Unfortunately, Dr. Warkowski had a bad reaction to the stun gun.
What happened to her?
She'll be okay. Really. We've made her quite comfortable. She's helping us out a great deal. She's a singularly focused woman.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Then we understand each other. Trust me. As soon as she's ready, we'll let you see her.
WikiLeaks is at it again. The self-professed not-for-profit media organization claims to have documents that implicate the U.S. government in the recent tragedy at the Sumitomo plant in Ikehara City, Japan. The outlet claims that a software exploit, and not a manufacturing defect, led to the release of toxic gas responsible for the largest industrial accident in the nation's history. U.S. officials have been unwilling to comment on the claims, though one unnamed source stated that WikiLeaks founder, Julian Assange, has a history of manufacturing leaks to fuel his campaign against the United States. It has been suggested that... Hang on. We've just gotten word that KANTO, the terrorist group associated with numerous attacks on American soil, has released a statement. According to their statement, the cyber attack on longtime U.S. ally Japan was committed by the same team that developed and deployed the Stuxnet malware which damaged Iranian centrifuges a number of years ago, and that KANTO will continue to bring justice down on those that seek to dominate the people of this planet with their obscene agenda. That was a direct quote. Well, clearly we'll have more details in the coming hours. We expect the State Department will soon issue a response to the charges leveled by KANTO. We'll be right back with more on this developing story, as well as the latest on Hurricane Norris.
You have been listening to Crosswired Episode 6, written by Steven Cardinal and starring David Loar as Conway, Jay Harper as Kazin, Raul Ceballos as Boyle, Michael Whaley as Chet, Heather Jane Hogan as Ms. Aster, Joshua Bates as Dr. Hadoop, and Maddie Casto as the Newscaster. Hi, this is Steve from Straight Talk Entertainment, producer of Oral Traditions and Crosswired. While we hope you're enjoying the variety of shows released under our Oral Traditions anthology, we know that some of you prefer serialized stories. We have therefore created a separate feed for Crosswired on our website and in iTunes if you choose to use it. Now, Crosswired will still be in our main feed, and remaining on that feed will ensure you get both our Crosswired episodes as well as all the other stories we have. Now, whether you choose to move to the Crosswired feed or stick to the main feed, hey, we thank you for listening. Oral Traditions is a production of Straight Talk Entertainment.